The plan, obviously, cash flow, passive income, maybe never have to work again. I don't want to be that parent that misses stuff. Basketball games, the soccer, the football, it's so great and transparent. That's what makes this company different from other companies.
This is a real review from a real client of Ecom Earners Management Company. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Visit ecomearners.com to start today. First of all, how was the sign up and onboarding process like?
It's been great. It's been very transparent. And that's the awesome thing about it is you get a lot of these companies and everybody's always so skeptical about stuff and investments and, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, yada, yada, yada. But with Dan and Todd and everything that's been involved with it, they're so transparent from the get-go. It's like, hey, you have to get behind the eight ball and invest some money to be able to earn that passive income. And you're not going to be a millionaire overnight. Amazon and ecom, it's not that way. It's to establish that passive income through transparency of how open Dan has been, constantly texting back and forth throughout the day if I need him, or, Todd's the same way in this group. It's so great and transparent that's what makes this company different from other companies. I'm in the automotive industry and I can sit there and text a banker and not hear anything back for 2 or 3 days. I can sit here and text Dan and I'm going to have a response within 30 minutes.
How has the communication with the team been like so far?
The expectations too, not just transparency, but the expectations of, hey, you're not going to get your inventory overnight and be able to sell the next day. It's a process. It's, that is the difference between other companies are like, oh yeah, you're great. You're going to be doing this, this, and this right out of the gate. We all know that's unrealistic, where here the expectations were set precedent ahead of time before you even jump into it. You have to watch this, you have to learn this, you have to read about this before we really want you to hop in and join our company. And that's what allows the expectations and transparency to be there, which has made it very open line communication throughout this process.
How was the process to purchase inventory like?
I sit here, obviously I cash flow, put it into the inventory and wait for it to come. And then when it does come, obviously if it hits, it's like Dan spoke about, just real simple. If you feel comfortable with getting more inventory at that time, once that inventory hits, so that way you're not waiting that 2 to 3 extra weeks of not having any inventory. So yeah, it's been very seamless for me. It's actually really cool because I can log into Seller Central too, and I can kind of see what brand approvals are sitting there or brand drafts. So it's kind of awesome to be able to go out and speak and say, hey, these are the brands that we may or may not be selling, but that's the cool thing about it.
How do you plan to use the cash flow you generate?
The plan, obviously, cash flow, passive income, be able to go to that 9 to 5 job or maybe never have to work again. I work 13, 14 hours a day. So yeah, I'm there from 8 to the last person leaves. It could be 9:30 at night. It could be 10 at night. It could be right at 7. You never know. But, I've got 2 young kids that I don't want to be that parent that misses stuff. The football, the school events, just anything in general. Because when I grew up, my parents, they worked a lot too, but they never missed an event. And I don't want to be that parent. This for me was kind of a, hey, if I can offset and supplement some of my income, it's like me and Dan have talked about, you can always make more money. Always can make more money some way, somehow. You can do it if you have the grind and the effort and the will. But there's one thing you can't get back, and I think that we would all agree is time.
And lastly, is there anything else that you can tell us about your experiences working with us?
People, if they're wanting, if they don't have, the amount of money, if they don't have $35,000 just sitting right there to invest right out of the gate, it's been great that you guys have helped allow to supplement with other businesses to be able to get that started. It's not like oh man, I just don't have that kind of money type thing. Listen, there's wills and ways, and you guys are willing to help. And that's what got me. I didn't have that kind of passive income. I had some sitting around, but I didn't have that amount of money to be able to invest. And it was awesome that you guys were able to help and do those things and get me rocking and rolling to be able to start this business. Your flexibility of having avenues of revenue and investment money was great and allowed me to be able to invest and start in this business and really dive deep and get to going.